Today we are talking about the most coveted, expensive, and instantly recognizable feature in the world of vintage Volkswagens. It's a design flaw that became a collector's dream. But first, let's start with a trivia question about when this feature disappeared. The most valuable vintage Beetles are the split window models. In what year did the split window design end? Was it A, 1949, B, 1953, C, 1957, D, 1963? If you answered B, 1953, you are correct. Specifically, the design was phased out in March of 1953. For collectors, this date marks the end of an era. The split window isn't just a piece of glass, it's the defining characteristic of the oldest and rarest Beetles on the road. Today we're going to explore why this window exists, why they got rid of it, and why people will pay six figures to get it back. In the earliest days of the Beetle, from its prototype phase in 1938 until 1953, the car looked different from the rear. Instead of a single piece of glass, the back window was divided into two small D-shaped panes separated by a thick metal pillar. In Germany, this is affectionately called pretzel Beetle because the two windows look like the loops of a pretzel. But why was it split? It wasn't a stylistic choice, it was an engineering necessity. In the 1930s and 40s, the technology to mass produce large curved pieces of safety glass was expensive and difficult. Flat glass was cheap and easy to make. By splitting the window, Volkswagen could use two smaller, flat pieces of glass angled to match the curve of the roof. Furthermore, the central bar provided structural strength. The Beetle's body is a continuous curve, and that metal strip helped maintain the rigidity of the roofline. It was a decision driven by cost and simplicity. The Zwitter era. The transition away from the split window is one of the most fascinating periods in Volkswagen history. It wasn't a sudden switch. From October 1952 to March 1953, Volkswagen produced a transitional model known as the Zwitter. Zwitter is the German word for hybrid or hermaphrodite. These cars are incredibly rare and prized. They feature the new, updated dashboard and interior that would be found in the later oval window cars, but they still have the old split window body on the outside. It was a mix of the old and the new, existing for only about 6 months. If you find a Zwitter in a barn, you have found automotive gold. The arrival of the oval. In March 1953, the split window was finally retired. Glass technology had improved and Volkswagen could now manufacture a single, slightly curved piece of glass for the rear. This new design was an oval shape, free of the central bar. Volkswagen marketed this as a massive safety improvement. They claimed the new oval window increased rearward visibility by 33%. Drivers no longer had a blind spot right in the center of their rearview mirror. For the next 4 years, until 1957, the oval window reigned supreme. It is considered by many to be the most beautiful era of the Beetle, more modern than the split, but more elegant than the later square window cars. The modern era, the square window. The evolution didn't stop there. In August 1957, the rear window grew again. This time, it became a large rectangular shape that stretched almost the full width of the car. This is the Beetle window most people are familiar with. It offered fantastic visibility, but it lost some of the charm of the earlier designs. The roofline had to be flattened slightly to accommodate the larger glass, changing the car's profile forever. The uncool upgrade here is the irony of the split window story. Back in the 1950s and 60s, nobody wanted them. A split window dated your car. It told your neighbors you were driving an old, obsolete machine. It was actually a common practice for dealerships and body shops to modernize old Beetles. They would take a torch, cut out the split window section, and weld in a larger oval or square window section. Thousands of rare split window cars were butchered just to look newer. The split window Beetle is the holy grail because it represents the Beetle in its purest, most original form. It connects the car directly to its pre-war origins and the genius of its initial design. When you look through that divided rear window, you aren't seeing much of the road behind you, but you are seeing a lot of history. It is a reminder that sometimes the obsolete features are the ones we end up missing the most.